at 6 p.m. The floor is officially closed. No vendors, no people, no nada. But we'll be back tomorrow after that, so, you know, come back. Just don't go.
Give him another 20 seconds, watch. Go.
Oh yeah, one more thing!
All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start. Thanks a lot for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. Some of you guys might even know who the hell I am. You're just like, I need a seat, right? I just need to sit down.
Just one more time.
I told you! I knew it!
About to start. So if you're going to that, well,
Jordan, can you hear me?
Hurry up.
Jordan, can you hear me?
Jordan, can you hear me?
All right, so yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. What are y'all thinking of Retropalooza Houston so far?
Don't have to drive to Dallas this year.
Oh yeah, how many of y'all have been to the one in Arlington? So just a handful of y'all? I just gotta say, I'm coming from San Antonio, so it's like, okay, it's not too bad. It's way closer than Arlington. And, you know, driving from San Antonio to the Houston city limits, like Katy, Texas area, it's like, dang, I'm already here. But then once you're in Houston, it's like, where the fuck is this convention center at? Like, oh, pardon the language if y'all are offended by cursing and poop jokes and penis. All right. So, I'm like, okay, we're here. And then all of a sudden I'm like, Jesus, like literally I took 10 to 45 south and took that because I was like, screw toll roads. Like, I don't want to pay 12, but that's game money, you know? So I'm like, okay, exit. When you exit, it's like Pasadena Convention Center, like at the exit. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's right off the highway. We're all going through like neighborhoods and shit. And I'm like, where's this damn place at? Like, I called Jay, dude, did you think you picked any more of a freaking bumfuck Egypt place to have a convention at in Houston? And he's like, shut up. This is the cheapest place I can get that's not downtown Houston. Oh, look, I already scared one off. He's like, oh, I got a phone call. All right, so I was open up asking what has anybody picked up. Anybody want to share something they picked up on the vendor floor today? Tournament fighters. NES or Super Nintendo? NES. Nice, not bad, not bad. Anything else? Nobody else? I haven't seen the floor at all, so I need eyes and ears out for me.
We got him back. He's back.
Oh, there he is. What's up? All right, so I don't know if he's in here, but I would like to thank Jay for having Retropalooza Houston. I know a lot of y'all can't ever make it to Arlington. Arlington kind of scares me, but Houston scares me a lot too. I'm a San Antonio guy, so like, if you get lost in our city, the city's literally 2 circles and a cross going in the middle. So if you end up on one side of town, just find the next highway and you're there. There's no tolls. There's nothing weird. People don't know how to drive there, but it's the opposite. Like, instead of Dallas and Houston where people drive fast like dicks, they're driving slow like dicks in San Antonio. So at least you can avoid that, you know. So if you don't know who I am, 8-Bit Eric, most notably from seasons 1 and 2 of Game Chasers. I'm sure there's a couple of slipping comments waiting in here somewhere. I get those like every day. I bought a top loader a week after the freaking episode. I made a video saying, hey guys, here's the video. All right, so yeah, my YouTube channel, 8-Bit Eric, I do shit. I try and make like a lot of videos that nobody watches. It's cool, I understand. I usually stick to like NES, stuff like that, pick up videos. I used to do game hunting, but I don't know how bad it is in this area. San Antonio sucks for game hunting. Like, you can't find jack. You'll find like Xbox 360 games and crappy Rock Band, and that's like it. And they're like 15 bucks each. So, yeah, I had a cool idea for a panel today, and nothing worked out the way I wanted to in a strange way. I had a PowerPoint. You know, nobody else but Pat, the NES punk, makes PowerPoints for their panels, and I was like, okay, I got a PowerPoint, I got like a agenda, I had an outline, I was gonna pass like lecture notes and stuff, because this is like a college classroom. I feel like I'm gonna teach all like Reaganomics or something in here. So, yeah, in a nutshell, the one adapter that you have,
I don't have.
He does not have for the PowerPoint, so that's Ixnay on the Oopits Day. Also, had an interesting evening. Well, it wasn't interesting, but it could have been. We were hanging out, hotel party, drinking, and we were just like, somebody, like, I don't know, I'm not a pervert or anything, but when somebody says Bridget the Midget is dancing less than a mile away from your hotel, you gotta go, right?
Yeah!
You have to go. So we're like, yeah, we're gonna go see Bridget the Midget. For some reason, and I don't know if it's the same with y'all, but when I'm drinking with my friends, it takes us like 2 hours to get ready to go where we want to go finally. We're hungry or we want to go to a strip club somewhere. So we ended up finally going there. Somebody told us it was closing at 4, and we showed up at last call, and Bridget the Midget wasn't dancing anymore, so we missed out. So we could have seen a midget.
Did you come up short?
Yeah, unintended. We came up short. And then the whole time we're like, man, if Keeb was here to see Bridget, he would... Do y'all know who Keeb was? He's a little, God rest his soul, favorite midget. I licked his nipple like in season 3 for a game. Season 2? Oh, it's all a blur. Yeah, it was like at the end of season 2, right? Yeah. Con Bravo. All right, so we ended up going back to the hotel, and me and Wood, y'all know Wood from Beat 'em Ups. He's the only Australian like in this. He's probably gonna come crash the panel, him or Billy and Jay probably. Me and him ended up hanging out together in the hotel because we have like a designated hotel room for drinking and hanging out, whatever. And we just like stayed up. I stayed up till like 5 on Facebook because that's where my real friends are. I don't have friends in real life.
What about us?
Well, I'll be your friend. I like your is it Abercrombie and Fitch? Yeah, there you are. So, oh, there he goes again.
Bye.
So me and Wood just chilled, you know, hanging out, talking. He literally fell asleep while we were talking. That's awesome. That's like middle school stuff, right? Like where you talk about like your crushes and, you know, future plans and stuff. Like I was like, this is good. I felt something there. It's a good connection. So I woke up. I was planning to go to HEB this morning. Yeah, Howard E. Butt, right? Awesome. That's all San Antonio has, by the way, is HEB, Walmart, and Target, or Target if you want to be fancy. They're too expensive for groceries. F that. HEB's got your hookup.
Yeah!
You know, they got those combo locos, or where the heck they are. So I was like, shit, I woke up at 9:30, which that's actually early. Like the 2 people, I knew it. I'm telling our story. So like, I woke up, and it was about 7 o'clock this morning when I did wake up. For some reason, I was worried that he was going to be late for his panel, because his panel was at 11. That's Wood and Scott Scotch, by the way. And I freaked out. Like, I rolled over, and I said, hey, dude, what time is it? And I scared him. He got a little startled. He's like, dude, it's only 7. I was like, don't you got to, like, wake up early for your panel? And he's like, yeah. So then I went back to sleep. I woke up this time, and he's gone. So I felt like we had like a dirty one-night stand and he left before like I woke up. And I was kind of hurt. I was like, what? I thought we were going to get like the free hot breakfast in the lobby and, you know, ride together over here. So I didn't get to go to HEB. I was going to get some stuff. Like, okay, so who here has seen my Fat Gamer stuff? I was going to do a live Fat Gamer here. I was going to call 3 of y'all up here to make the recipe with me. We're gonna make peanut butter and jelly tacos. It's basically you get tortilla, flour, spread the peanut butter, spread the jelly, fold it. You can throw bananas in if you want your fruits in there.
Eric, no nuts. Do it at our panel tomorrow at 2.
Okay, I'll have it tomorrow during the panel. So yeah, I was gonna do that and that didn't work out. So that's PowerPoint, no. Fat Gamer tacos, no. What else was I gonna do? There was something else. I wanted to have like a Wii U set up. Gerard was doing it, and I was like, man, I can't compete against completionist. He had standing room only in here, so I mean, we got the beards. I only grew the beard out to be like beardy with Gerard this weekend, by the way. Let's see. So, thank you. Quick little note. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I actually been trying to do something new where once a month I'm going to find like some kind of charity or foundation to raise funds for. I shaved my head less than 3 weeks ago and it was completely bald and it's already like back here. So I'm like, I'm hairy. I don't know if you saw the tweet last night. Billy tweeted out me bent over sexy. I had my crack out and we're like, where's the party's here or something at the Retropalooza. So new project, me, Shady J, and Jordan, who was the guy that kept interrupting before the panel. We started a podcast. I don't know, how many of y'all are aware of it? Are those sympathy clap? Raise your hand if you're aware of it. Alright, so we got iTunes, we're going to be on Stitcher, we're going to be on Google Play, but I think their podcasting's not open yet. They're just taking submissions. But we also have it on YouTube. It's called Chodecast, all one word, the Chodecast. And funny story, like after we made it, Norm, the gaming historian, do you know who Norm is? He was staying at Jay's house for like a week, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, Jay messages me and Jordan like, hey guys, you think we should reconsider rebranding the podcast? And me and Jordan are like, Norm's talking to you, right? He's being your voice of reason. He's saying it's not, professional. He's like, yeah, people might not take us seriously. I'm like, dude, they don't take us seriously already. Well, cons might not want us to. I'm like, cons take you as game chasers already anyway. 8-Bit Eric. I was like, we're keeping it Chodecast because the logo is literally like, it's shaped to look like a penis. And then it has headphones around the head. That's genius. Genius. I mean, for real, like it writes itself. Like, so Chodecast, look it up. We're doing episodes bi-weekly. We just had one this past week. We are about to hit 2,000 subs on YouTube in like 1 month. So that's already gonna be like better than mine and Jordan's channel. Spread the news. We're gonna start having guests soon. Yeah, so I wanted to have this cool interactive panel, but I'm really just gonna shoot the shit, talk to y'all. I have like topics. I'm just gonna hit some bullet points, and then I'm gonna do like a couple things, and then a Q&A and stuff, and then I got stuff to give away right here. Stuff, because nobody would buy it at my stupid table. So I don't want to carry it. Some of it is Allie, who she doesn't like to be called out, but she said I could do whatever I want with it. That's not the first time I heard that from a woman, by the way. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if some of y'all know about this. I also wrestle professionally, like in the Texas area, South Texas. I've been in Houston, actually. I wrestled in a lot of places in this area. Texas City, League City, Columbus, Schulenburg, El Campo, all those little like San Antonio to I-10 places, and then south, whatever. I'm probably going to start putting more wrestling stuff. I just opened a second channel. It's going to be on there. Freaks me out anytime that door opens. Like, I don't know. Bad joke that I'm not going to say. So yeah, finalbosses.com. We're putting new stuff on there. Go there. And I even put on the note, tell people go there, assholes. So go there, assholes. Fat Gamer's coming back. It was going to start today. I guess it's going to be tomorrow. Who in here has, I kind of have like a small topic that I wanted to do with people because I've seen people touching on like YouTube advice and stuff lately. And I thought it would be good to like describe like my personal experience with it real quick. Who in here has a YouTube channel? All right, I know they do because they have a camera, and they're always like this, and that's cool. Who else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. I just wanted to give like I don't want to say brutally honest YouTube advice, but real good stuff because you always have the just be consistent, be yourself, have fun. It's like, motherfucker, if I wanted to hear that bullshit, I'd watch Reading Rainbow or something, right? I've learned recently the #1 thing, just to give y'all advice, is don't rely on anybody else. Do it yourself. All right? If you're in a network, okay, all means, I'm happy with my network, but, just don't always wait for somebody to do something for you. If you want to do it, do it. And who gives a shit? Just do it. And if you're going to get trolled, I get trolled all the fucking time. I get called... Now with the beard, I look like I'm a recruit for ISIS. I get told I look like Zacula Finakis. I get told that I'm a fat ass, a fat spick, worthless, whatever. Just do it. I mean, at the end of the day, those people are the ones wasting a minute of their life to comment on your channel that you suck. So who sucks more? The guy that's paying attention to somebody they hate, or the guy that doesn't even know who you are?
Or their mom.
Or their mom, yeah. So don't rely on anybody. And then if you do have friends and they make channels too and they help you once in a while, don't expect stuff from them. I already scared these folks.
I really have to shit, but I'll be back.
There's a bathroom right there. Yeah, I'll call you on your lie. Don't expect anything from anybody too at the same time, and I'm not trying to be like an asshole about that, but like just don't, if you do something for somebody, like it's just like that in real life. People are good people, and then the people that you're good to sometimes won't do things back for you equally. So just be on your own and don't be afraid to be yourself. That goes back to You know, who gives a shit? I lick the midget's nipple, I don't care. I mean, you know, how many midget nipples are you gonna actually get to lick in your life, right? You know, be yourself, stay within your means. This is the important one, because I know a lot of you guys are inspired by Game Chasers, Retro Liberty, guys like that, and some of you guys go nuts, especially at these conventions. Stay within your means. Do not bankrupt yourself over YouTube just to like be like, I have this game. I know people might say that's something that somebody that gets caught slipping all the time must say, but you know, don't bankrupt yourself. I mean, if you're starting out, don't worry about getting the super ultra Final Cut Pro X editing camera thingamabobber. You know, stay within your means, be yourself. It'll come naturally. All right, that's the best thing that you can ever focus on. And do you. That's my other one. Always do you. Don't lose sleep. Don't lose yourself. Don't change who you are. But most importantly, the one that's very important is don't lose your family and friends over it. Don't become an asshole because you just want to make gaming videos. Don't be an asshole just because you want to spend all your money on stuff. You know, you only have one mother and father and brother or sister, however many you have. Like, there's times, like recently, because I used to be guilty of it. I'm all serious now and all sensitive Eric now. I used to be guilty, like, my dad's old. He's like 78, and he would be in the TV room. I live with him because I take care of him. He's like really old. He'd be in the TV room watching TV, and I'm over here editing a stupid bullshit video that can wait any time. You know, I could hang out with my dad when he's alone. So think about stuff like that. All right? Now, with that said, that's the sentimental crap. Now it's the fun stuff. So, I'm going to do a quick little Q&A, and if you ask a question, you're getting something free. All right? So, I saw, what's up?
Okay, I just now heard about you and this gamer thing.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite thing to cook? Is it something standard, or do you have something original? That you feel like, I'm having a me day, I'm going to cook my meal today.
The Mexican in me likes chicken and rice with beans, but if I want to be like fancy, like lasagna, pasta, Italian food. I like Italian food and women. Like Italy stuff is like the best. I've been to Italy like one time and I want to go back. I want to go on my honeymoon to Rome just to look at the Italian women. You can look. You can look. Like the bride is not going to be looking at the Italian man. Get real. All right, anything else? Oh, yeah, here. You're going to get Bassmasters Classic. Yeah, what's up?
You know, being like YouTube celebrities, sort of, you get people that come up to you and try and help you collect games more. What's the coolest thing that someone ever gave you?
I just got Snow Bros on the NES sent to me in the mail. And granted, I didn't know anything about it. Like, I didn't know they were going to send me it. I got a package that was so much tape on it. Easily like 5 pounds of Scotch tape on it. And the video's on my channel, and I'm over here like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to open it, and I'm like, shit. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And like, I used knife, I used scissors, I used keys. It was wrapped to the T. When I opened it and saw it, I knew why he did it. He's like, I didn't want it to get damaged. The USPS system sucks. And I think he did it to troll, because on the bottom there was like a note, like I said, it says, if you're reading this, you are gay. And I was like, shit. So I guess I was. So yeah, Snow Bros. I got a sweet ass reproduction cart at Panic Restaurant, and I'm really getting into repros, because it's so much more realistic, like, to get those games that way than to buy like $600 of a game. No game is worth $600 bucks. I don't care if freaking Miyamoto and freaking, what's the Metal Gear guy's name? Kojima, Miyamoto, and the dude who makes Sonic took a shit on it or something. I don't care. It's not worth $600 bucks. All right? I'll pay $100 for a game, but not $600. So I got Panic Restaurant, a Mr. Gimmick repro. I'm working on a Samson, but I have the actual Lickle Famicom cart that's now like getting up there in price. I bought that for $80. But yeah, the Snow Bros is the coolest thing. What the fuck? Come in here slamming shit.
It's a weight off my mind.
Where's your boomerang?
Want me to get it?
Alright, I'm gonna give you John Madden 92. And these are great donor cards. If you know the EA ones, if you ever, I hate that people murder game cards, but the EA cartridges are actually really good donor cards for repros. Like if you buy them, you'll see they make them in these. Not because they're also common, but I think there's like some fancy EA chip thing they use. Yes, Waluigi.
What's the best deal you've ever gotten on a game?
Best deal I've ever gotten on a game was Action 52, and I went to Con Bravo. The Canadian dollar's like 70 cents American. It was 150 Canadian, and so I basically got it like real cheap. It had a crack in it, and Pat the NES Punk and me actually were having, it was pretty intense, because he's like, oh man, I'm gonna buy it, and I was like, I was right here, he was there, and it felt like the top loader thing again. I was looking at him, and he goes, he goes, you know what? I was like, Pat, you got like probably like 3 of them already. Mr. NWC, freaking Scrooge McDuck of NES games. I was like, come on, let the little guy win. He's like, all right, and you know, I shouldn't have spent the money, but you're not gonna find an Action 52 for that cheap. Bye. I always like to do that. Barkley, shut up and jam.
Yeah.
Yes. My inspiration. Oh, that's a good one. Of course, the first channels I saw was AVGN, Irate Gamer. Nobody talks about them. Game and Historian was one of the first ones I saw. And then Happy Video Game Nerd, who's Derek Alexander. He's now like stopped skeletons from fighting. They were the first channels I used to watch, and then after that it became like Happy Console Gamer, stuff like that. Those guys I watched. I just thought it was cool because I at the time, like I used to go on YouTube on the Wii, like when it was brand new, and YouTube was still new to me. I was just like, oh, I'll just look at some stupid cat video, like, you know, or something stupid like, you know, some meme. And on the homepage I saw like Nightmare on Elm Street, NES review. I'm like, people are doing reviews on YouTube? I was like, that's weird. So I watched it, and then like, you know, it's like the first time you see it, you're like, is this guy for real or is it an act? You're like there's no freaking way. And then you're like, you just start binge watching them, and then it just went from there. And then you're like, you always have it in the back of your head before you start a channel, like, oh man, I would like to do this. This would be cool. All that, and then you see how hard it is the first time you try to do one. And you're like, shit. So it's like you're inspired, but people are going to think, oh, you're a freaking ripoff because you're trying to do this. And my first video, and it's hidden on the channel now, was all shot from a Samsung Rant. Like the camera is crap. I pointed it at the TV for Mike Tyson. I pointed at myself. Windows Movie Maker, and I put it up there. And I was so proud. I was all, I'm on YouTube now. Like, it was just such a cool feeling. I mean, everybody's gonna feel about that way, no matter what your channel is, and that's good. That's good that's what it's about, honestly. It's about making something for yourself, making something for you to enjoy. You know, who gives, I mean, yeah, you could give a shit what somebody thinks about it, but ultimately, if they don't like it, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Just do it. Like, that's what the problem now is that everybody, ooh, YouTube drama videos now, Kimstar, Drama Alert, this and that. I just got tired of hearing about Leafy and these guys that I put most cringeworthy YouTube drama ever, and I recited Shakespeare on the video instead. I was all, to be or not to be, and everybody's like, oh, this is stupid. I'm like, yes, you know, that's the point, you know? And I think I gave you Barkley, right? You can be twins with the other John Madden guy. You are Twinkies today. Y'all better exchange phone numbers and be in the hot tub tonight. Yeah, I'm hitting the damn hot tub. What kind of hotel closes their hot tub at 10 p.m. on a Friday night? They should have like adult swim at hotel pools, right? I saw, is that a Breaking Bad shirt? Or it's a science table, right?
It just says nerdy.
Oh, that's awesome. What's up?
What's the most expensive thing in your collection and where did you get it?
I lucked out. I don't really know what's the most expensive thing because I have some nice stuff. But my brother was a Sega Genesis guy when I was a kid. He's 5 years older than me. And when the Genesis was on its like end, going away, every single store like in the mall had like Genesis bargain bins. And so we used to load up on a whole bunch of games. And after I hung out with the Game Chasers a little bit more, they saw my videos. They were like, dude, is that fucking Musha on your shelf? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, dude. And I was like, dude, we bought that like at KB Toys for $10 when the Genesis was going away. So the Musha is one of my prized possessions because that's a great game. I don't know if you guys have played it before. It's like a shoot 'em up, like Japanese mech type of game. Very good, very pricey. One of like the most expensive Genesis games. My Virtual Boy is another prized possession. I was VR before VR was cool. You know? That's another subject, all this virtual reality crap coming out. Which I have motion sickness, so it's not going to work for me. PAX South was in San Antonio a couple months ago, and there was a... just video?
Don't flatter yourself.
Okay, that's cool. Don't flatter yourself. Alright, so there was a VR headset game that was like Marble Madness, and you're standing like over the mountain, and you're looking down at it, and the graphics look like shit, but I really felt like I was in the sky, and it freaked me out. Like, I can't go on heights at all. Like, this is like as high as I can get. There's like swing sets like at Six Flags, the kind that spin up, and it's like the chain holding you. Hell no. I'll go on the Rattler, the Texas Giant, the, you know, what's the Astro World one? What's the big... Yeah, I'll go on all those, but I will not go on any swings that go higher than 10 feet.
Shit that drops you straight down, that freaks.
Oh no, no screamer, none of that. So, yeah, the VR is not too bad, but I think it's going to become oversaturated, and you get a game. Actually, I'm feeling lucky with you. You're going to get Power Rangers Season 1. Yes?
What is the hardest game you've ever beaten?
Hardest game I've ever beaten? That's tough, because there's a shitload from my youth that I still have not beaten to this day. And the ones that I hate is where, thank you. The ones I hate is where it's something so stupid, like King's Quest on the Master System, right? That's one of my favorite games of all time. And I would be like, okay, I got the chest, the mirror, and I got the, whatever the other object is. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do to beat this game now? I'm like up in the, there's like a cloud area where you could go and fight the giant. And I'm like, I have all the objects. Did I just, you know, does the game just go on forever? What the hell am I supposed to do? So for like 20 years, I'm like, dude, what am I supposed to freaking do? And then one day I was like, what if I just go back to the king and talk to him? And sure enough, you go to the king, congrats on your quest, game over. I'm like, really? 20 years, that's all I had to freaking do? Like, you know, like that's the difference between games now. Like games aren't like as abstract. Like you don't gotta sit down in a corner in Castlevania and wait for the tornado to come get you or stab the crystal and all this crap. And yeah, so I was like, really? I just had to go talk to the king. Like it made so much sense. Like I was just, it was like that meme with Keanu Reeves from Bill and Ted where he's all, it's like, what if I go talk to the king after my quest? Because it's King's Quest. Sure enough, that's when it comes. But I suck at a lot of video games. Like, I still haven't beaten the original Zelda. I haven't beaten that one just because I don't have the patience to. I don't also want to look on the internet, but I don't have the patience to find out what bush I got to set on fire and all that. Star Tropics is another one that I love, but I cannot beat. I think I get stuck on the one. There's like a where you go like in a graveyard or something, and you go down. Or you fall like in a cave and it's like the dungeon. Can't beat that one. And y'all two could get together and watch season 1, volume 1 and 2 together. Power Rangers and chill. Alright, yeah.
What's your favorite wrestling match you've had?
Favorite wrestling? Yes, I like wrestling questions. I keep watching over there because I think somebody's gonna come in and crash. My favorite that sticks off the top of my head, oh yeah, thank this guy real quick. He's every Retropalooza, this guy's like the audio-visual guy, and he hooks all the guys up with the sound equipment, the cameras, everything. Like, he's very underappreciated.
I can't even turn on my own mic.
You can't turn on your own mic, but you can turn me on, baby. Alright, so, favorite wrestling match. Couple years ago, okay, so my friend, one of my best friends is Hernandez from TNA, Lucha Underground. I've known him, yeah, Super Max Hernandez. I've known him for several years. My home base is River City Wrestling in San Antonio. And we put together the shows, whatever. He had me and 2 other guys, 3 against 3. It was him, Homicide, because him and Homicide were LAX, and Homicide's also big like on the East Coast, whatever. And Chavo Guerrero Jr. It was like a 6-man. It was like the Latinos versus
Kerwin White?
Yes, Kerwin White. And it was so awesome just being in the match with one of the Guerreros. You know, you watch WCW, it's one of those where you know their moveset, like you know, I get drop kicked and I'm like, all right, I've seen him so much, he's gonna hit me with the European uppercut when I get up. So you're like, boom, right? And then you turn, you're like, here it comes, European, boom, and you sell for it. So it's like, you know everything. The frog, it was awesome taking the frog splash, things like that. The other one that was really, really cool was me. I was in a handicap match with Viscera, Big Daddy V.
Wow.
And it was in Corpus, and we went to the strip club that night. That dude was such a pimp. I'm not even joking. And his hand signal, he did this for like a V. He was faking the strippers like, boom, 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 boom. And then I was like, dude, this guy's a pimp. And fun fact, God rest his soul, because he passed away. On the way from San Antonio to Houston, anytime there was a Whataburger, he made a stop.
Oh, yeah.
And he ate at each one. A full combo. Whoa. I was impressed. And I ate too, but I didn't finish my meal. By the 3rd time, I was like, oh, I can't. And I love Whataburger. There's like 1 walking distance from my house. So like, if you make YouTube videos, you don't sleep. And what's open? Whataburger. So it's like, you're sitting there, man, I need this cheese. My video is rendering. I'm bored. Let's go get a triple meat, triple cheese, no onions, Whata-sized, and a shake with a Diet Coke, because I'm watching my weight.
I'm glad you don't live up north. All they have is White Castle.
Yeah, it's more like
There's
white.
a reason why they call those sliders.
I call White Castle white asshole.
So can I answer that question about the wrestling match?
Who just asked the question?
Even though I never wrestled.
Yeah, what's up?
My favorite wrestling match that I've ever seen is I got to see Fritz Von Erich's retirement match.
Von Erich's?
Oh, yeah.
But Houston was more, who's the Houston guys?
Paul Bosch.
Yeah, Paul Bosch was a promoter back in the day.
And then Jose Lothario was a San Antonio.
Yeah, Jose Lothario, San Antonio. Then you had Southwest Championship Wrestling, which was like Tully Blanchard. Funny Tully Blanchard story I have. I see that dude. Oh, do y'all know who Tully is?
Yeah.
Very underappreciated, underrated wrestling legend of all time. If you have the network, Table for 3, there's a new episode, him, Nature Boy Flair, and Arn Anderson talking. Very underrated guy. Tully's awesome. I run into him at Planet Fitness all the time. That dude has like 60-pound weights in each hand, and there's a bench, and he's just stepping up and off. He was there for over an hour doing that, and that dude's like old enough to be like my grandpa. I was like, holy crap, this guy's still the man. I went to jury duty a couple months ago, and I'm sitting there bored off of my mind, and then you hear, Tully Blanchard to the front, please. Tully Blanchard. I'm sitting there, I'm like, no fucking way. A Hall of Famer's right here, and like, it's just so sad, because like not everybody follows like certain eras of wrestling, and I'm like, dude, nobody else is marking out to Tully fucking Blanchard sitting like right fucking there, and I wanted to be like, dude, hi. Like I wanted to be like that.
I said Doink the Clown, maybe they would have known.
Yeah, the original Doink, Matt Bourne passed away though, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Jordan, by the way. Every time you were talking, we're like, hold on, give another 20 seconds, and you were like,
yeah, well, I'll have to show you the tape later.
Yeah. All right, and
tape.
Did I give you a game?
Yeah, I got one. Yep.
Who asked? Yeah. What's up?
Somebody else come crash this thing.
All the way from Holland, by the way. I don't mean to single y'all out, but that is so awesome that we got people from across the pond coming. What the heck? All right. Yes.
The question is, how do you know the game chasers?
Okay, so I like telling this story. So when I started making videos on my crappy webcam and basically Windows Movie Maker, Billy actually, at the time, it was just called Captain 8-Bit. The channel was called Captain 8-Bit. It's on the Season 1 documentary. By the way, go buy a DVD. It's on the Season 1 documentary. He started commenting my videos, and then like I started watching his, and he made a pickup video that had him shaving, and when he was shaving, he had like his inner thoughts like, oh, you know, did I feed the cat? Like random shit. Speaking of the devil, come here. We're talking about how we met. Dude, it's almost like on cue. Let's play his music. Here comes the smasher. Here comes the axer. Demolition. The video where you're shaving and you have like your inner monologue going on.
Oh,
I don't think
this is on. This isn't on.
It's not on. Here. This one's on. So his inner monologue's going on, and it was a funny pickup video, and he was even dressed up as Wolverine, like in the middle of it with spoons.
No, it's tinfoil.
Tinfoil? I thought it was spoons.
Maybe that's because you want to spoon me.
I do. You should have stayed in the room with me and Wood.
Oh, dude, no nuts. Let's all sleep together in the same bed.
Let's do it. So yeah, basically I made my own pickup video copying what he did.
I know, I saw that. I was like, who's this son of a bitch copying me?
Yeah, and now everybody copies y'all. All right. So basically we just kept in contact, and one day he was like, "Hey, dude, we're coming to San Antonio to you know hunt for some games."
But before that, I believe you had 199 subs, and I subbed to you.
Oh yeah, he was my 200 sub. 200.
And then you were like, I was like, "Where's my shout out, bitch?"
Yeah. At one time, I had more subs than he did.
Yeah.
One time. So they came into town. We met up. Had you know episode 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Episode 3 and 4. Remember the Alamo, and the rest was history. Caught slipping, top loader, Roswell. And that was it. That, you know, those are the only 2 times that I consider it caught slipping was the Battletoads and the top loader.
What have you been talking about here?
Just a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything.
There was another one, right? There was another one in the store. It was a game worth $15.
Oh,
and it was with OK Chief.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yes, that was,
Chubby Cherub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Yeah, that was Chubby Cherub. Speaking of Chubby Cherubs. Here you go. Chubby. On Pat's video of Chubby Cherub, he goes, "You can see Chubby's chubby." He reviewed that game and said, "You can see Chubby Chub." I hope you can play that in Holland. If not, just sell it to somebody.
No, we have converters.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thanks.
I saw, yeah, I guess.
But we don't know the rules, right?
Yeah. Bryson, you ever wrestled with Booker T?
I have not wrestled with Booker T, but I have met him and talked to him before, and Stevie Ray. I used to wrestle a lot in Houston. When I first started, I was like, "Mister, if there's a ring, I'm going to be there. I don't care if they're paying me. I don't care if they're doing $5. And I was like, "Yeah, there's no money in this." I was like, "I need to just chill." And then I went to college, did all that adult stuff, the adulting. But Booker T was he's a nice guy. He runs his own thing here. Ring of, yeah, and they were like on TV and stuff. Reality wrestling, yeah. And I know a lot of the guys that come through there. They come and wrestle for us, and pretty cool. Texas is a lot of wrestlers in it alone. It's pretty neat. And I just had my 15th anniversary being in wrestling. So I started my sophomore year in high school, and I basically dropped everything that I was doing. No girlfriends. Well, still don't have girlfriends, but no girlfriends, no nothing, no fun, just to wrestle. And I also had my 5th anniversary on doing YouTube videos like regularly the other day too. So. He said, "Are you in?"
Balls.
Cho 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 Alright, here you get Joe Montana. Joe Montana. And this is the sports talk one. I remember when this came out, everybody's like, "Holy shit, there's a sports talk game that freaking talks to you."
You're giving away sports games?
Yeah. What are you giving away?
Big spender.
What are you giving away?
Good point.
I also give away some DVDs. Giving away headaches, that's what she does.
Giving away headaches, that doesn't even make any sense.
Else.
The dude in the gray shirt was...
Yeah. Yes, Texas All-Star Wrestling does like a Trader's Village. I used to wrestle for that company. They used to be in Humboldt, Texas, and Tomball. And I used to wrestle for them about 8 years ago. Hernandez from TNA actually started out there. That was his base starting company, but I used to wrestle there a lot. I do know that they're going around like the Dallas Traders Village, Houston, San Antonio, and they do a few shows for them. It's pretty cool. You can get Bassmasters Classic. This is from Video Central, so you should Google them and see if they still have games.
While we're on the topic of wrestling, I just got really interested hearing you guys talk about it. Like, I hear other people talking about how it's really good discipline and everything.
Yeah.
I see it on TV and stuff, but I weigh 120 pounds. Like, would you honestly recommend me trying?
There's guys smaller than you that do it.
Really?
Yeah, Rey Mysterio is your
how old are you?
I'm 29.
You're still young enough. Independent level, you're good. It's like if you want to do like it all depends how far you want to take it. There's guys who can get jacked really fast. Like this fucker right here got jacked. like go watch season 1 and look at him now. He ate season 1 Billy. But like if you want to do it, by all means do it. Just like if it's your dream, go as far as you want to take it. If you're cool with being the once a month dude, like one show a month, just fucking do it.
All right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta pick up Alpha Omega Sid from the airport. Excuse me, from the hotel. So, bye.
What a name drop!
Yeah.
What's your current thoughts with WWE NXT and who are your favorite wrestlers?
Favorite current wrestlers on WWE? Finn Balor, he's really good. But I feel. No disrespect on anybody that's an excellent, because there's workers and then there's wrestlers. Workers are guys who don't have to do much to get a reaction. You go out there, you do your stuff, and you get the crowd behind you. Like Hulk Hogan was a worker. You find a formula that works.
I'm sorry, I just thought of a joke when I was walking out about when you said I could, season 1. I ate season 1, like, I wish I could eat myself. I ran all the way back for that.
Oh, here comes wood.
Yeah. Well, I figure if I'm really too, I could be.
All right, so I missed all that. Short memory. That I was thinking of eating Billy for a second. Thoughts on wrestling? Finn Balor's good. I think AJ Styles is phenomenal, pun intended. Just the thing is, internet ruined wrestling a little bit. Like people were like, I want to say wrestling fans are the most complaining people, almost as bad as video game fans. Like it seems like at times, all we do is complain about shit, right? Like, oh man, this fucking game and all this and that. Wrestling fans are worse. Like, right now they love AJ Styles, but as soon as he wins the WWE belt, they're gonna fucking hate him too, just like they hate Roman Reigns. Just like they hate John Cena, just like they hate, whoever. Yeah, like it changes. I think the best thing is to just come up with a memorable character, or if they give you something, run with it. Because you could tell which guys are out there half-assing it. Because you could tell they don't like what they're being given, right? You're being paid money to go out there and just have fun and be a character. Freaking do it. There's people on their Saturday nights, their Monday nights, chipping good hard-earned cash. Like let's say you're a family of 4, right? Adult tickets, kids tickets for WWE, they're all the same fucking price. You're taking your kid, you're paying just as much for yourself as you're paying for them. Parking, another 20 bucks on top of that. Concessions, your kid's gonna want a t-shirt, so like another 20. You're easily gonna spend like what, a bill, 150, right? How shitty of a service is it just because you're feeling that you're not being pushed, or you're not good, or you're undercard to go and half-ass and just go through the motions, and these people are giving up their Monday night and spending that much cash. They could, the dad could have went out and fucked some hot bitch and spent 150 bucks instead, right? Like, look at the bigger picture, like independent wrestling. A family's coming and wasting their time to watch guys that aren't on TV, that they don't know, and those guys are working their ass off. That's why NXT, Ring of Honor, those guys, they're still hungry. They're going up there. Guys up here get complacent, and they're like, man, I don't like the way I had to lose to this guy, and I'm in this stupid tag team, and I'm just, half-assing. You could see it. Like, I think, I like Wade Barrett. I think he's a good wrestler, but he just left WWE, but what's the last time he did anything that didn't look half-assed?
It's because he keeps getting injured.
Because he's half-assing it.
Yeah, that's true.
If he was doing a real good job, he wouldn't have to work hard enough to get injured. He could go out there and, like Ric Flair. When's the last time Ric Flair got injured? Never. You know what I mean? You could just tell who works hard and who doesn't. And I think that's a big problem, not just in like wrestling, but like in a lot of things, even in sports. Like I love Des Bryant, but he half-assed this last season. What?
It's a lot that way in
Jeopardy. By the way, there's a Family Feud panel tonight featuring some of the YouTubers. Please come. It's gonna be hilarious. This is the first time I did a panel not drunk off my ass. So that's why I hope you guys are at least enjoying it a little bit.
It's a lot like bands and touring and stuff.
Yeah. You could just tell
how much the wrestling business is exactly.
It's exactly. Yeah. And you could just tell who's going through the fucking motions, who's there to just get a check, and who's there just because they love it.
And who belongs in the ring and who doesn't belong in the ring.
Yeah, but contrary to popular belief, some people are told they don't belong in a ring. Like Mick Foley's a perfect example.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, but I'm saying opposite to play. Like some people are told they don't belong in the ring, and then they prove people wrong.
Well, it's like, how many times do you go to a show to see one band that you wanted to see, and all the other bands suck because they're just phoning it in, and you just paid all that money to see your band for 30 minutes, and then the rest, it's like people phoning it in on a card.
Yeah, I mean, from top to bottom, anybody on a wrestling card is as important as the guy on top, because without mid-card, without lower card, without jobbers, there is no show. So the best thing to do is whatever, and this is even if you're considering doing it, whatever your spot is, if you're told to go out there and eat boogers in the wrestling ring, be the best goddamn booger eater you could be on the freaking card. And that's how you enjoy it and you have fun. And I would even say, if you have a YouTube channel, do the same thing. Don't just be another guy, like don't phone it in, because I mean, some of us are guilty of it. There's sometimes where I'm like, all right, I gotta put it. Don't get into that habit of, I have to put a video out today. Because I've gotten into that. Don't do it.
Have you seen Wrestling with Regret?
Oh yeah. Are they here?
No.
Oh.
I watch him a lot, and if Brian Zane is one of the most inspirational managers, he's like Jim Cornette of the 21st century.
In here, I got a Skylander figure. Swap Force. You can have it.
Do you like Wrestling with Regret?
I watched some of their stuff, yeah. Botchamania, Wrestling with Regret. I think these are people for the next panel, right?
Oh.
Or they're coming, they're starting to sit. Yeah, so, real quick.
Yeah, you got about 3 minutes.
I want to take a quick audience picture, is that okay?
Yeah. You want to go over there and I'll take it for you?
Actually, I'm going to do video. Y'all give me a vlog.
Take a selfie.
Alright, so these are people that came to the panel. So thank you, I appreciate that. For real though, from the bottom of like my heart, I know like a lot of people don't ever give it up props, but I appreciate anybody who gives me, like just y'all taking an hour to sit here. That's real cool. Like you could have been eating, you could have been taking a shit. You could have done anything but come here. I really appreciate that. If you watch my videos, you like them or you hate them, appreciate it either way. Anybody that stopped by, I'm literally right here next to the other bearded guy, Gerard. If you've stopped by or you haven't stopped by and you just shoot the shit, want to take a picture, whatever, I definitely appreciate it. I'm with this sexy son of a bitch with Wood. He's got a lot of stuff to sell too, by the way, if you want to look at his wares. He's got a lot of stuff. I appreciate
Wood's Goods.
Yeah, Wood's Goods. Appreciate all of that. And I know not a lot of people thank, people for that or whatever. I've always made it a point to always be grateful for things even ahead of time. Like to always thank people for that. And that's just in life in general, not even just YouTube, but like wrestling wise, school wise, always be thankful for what you got. So I really appreciate y'all coming out here. Yeah.
Before you go, could you give us a quick shadow person story?
A shadow person story? So who here believes in shadow people too?
What is a shadow?
Admit it. Admit it.
What is it?
A shadow person is like almost like a ghost, but it's like a shadowy figure. Jordan, I saw, the most recent one I saw was at his house. This motherfucker has like a house like on a mountain in Massachusetts, Maryland, and like it looks like the Village, like going up to his house. Like the trees look all freaking Ichabod Crane scary and stuff. And I'm like, dude, where's this motherfucker's house? Like, I'm like, for real. And then it all just appears all of a sudden. It's like, dude, this is the house from freaking Human Centipede, like in the middle of the woods. I'm like, dude, this house is scary. And he's like, yeah, I live in the basement. I'm like, shit. I think basements are cool shit, because we don't have them here. We don't have them in Texas, right? Yeah. So we're sitting there, and he has a movie theater room. This fucker has like all his Blu-rays, freaking reclining movie theater seats, a big screen, and we fell asleep in there. Like, he has hundreds of movies.
2,000 Blu-rays.
The movie that we chose to see out of 2,000 Blu-rays was Spaceballs. we had like every single thing, which I'm excited for the sequel. We're sitting there. I went to bed and I woke up and I see a figure standing over me, and I think it's Billy. I think it's Billy because it even had like freaking dirty-looking The Grudge hair hanging down, and I'm like, dude, fuck off, and I swing. And when I do that, I see in mid-swing that's like a shadow figure, and it literally disappears.
Nobody cares.
Comic Drake. Check him out, Comic Drake.
This is what we're gonna do.
Huh?
We're gonna just segue into their.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm on.
Hold on, I'm finishing the shadow people story. So I swing.
Again, nobody
I
cares.
swing. Somebody asked about shadow. Yeah, he works with Game Theory, by the way. Y'all like that? I was just on Game Theory's newest video. Thank you.
Hello, panel. Welcome to Eric's goddamn story that nobody cares about.
Alright, so I swung and it was gone, and I was like, I looked and I told Billy, I'm like, dude, there's a shadow person. He's like, what the fuck? And Billy believes in shadow people too. So when people think I'm chicken shit, go fuck yourself. They're real. So yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot, though. Like I said, thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Give this away.
Oh, apparently it's my job to give this away. Who wants this Skylander?